Hello again, this is Heero Uzuki, the guy focused on powering through Team Plasma and the plot, and here we are again with more of the Pokémon Black version 2 Nuzlocke, the game in which we find ourselves here on the Plasma Frigate yet again, a ship that, I must stress, I firmly believe we could have dealt with it last time at the Seaside Cave. Just let our Pokémon out, blast a plot-sized hole into the side of it, let it sink. We wouldn't have to deal with the plot anymore, and we can just go off to the Pokémon League. Though, sadly, that requires common sense, and, well, that seems to be in short supply these days. Particularly from those around me. They seem more interested in letting things play out, waiting to see just how bad things can get before someone, me, finally gets around to dealing with them. And with that said, we should probably, you know, deal with it. So let's do precisely that. Let's go deal with the plot. Hopefully we finish it, finally, so we can run off to go to the Pokémon League, deal with the Elite Four, and battle the champ so we can finally wrap up the Nuzlocke, damn it. Seems like a good enough plan to me, anyway. Let's just go ahead and take that EXP share off here. I'm not sure how much help SirBubbles will be around here. This sounds oddly familiar. Eerily so, in fact. I could swear I've heard all this somewhere before. Thanks for the free kill, I guess? Now would be time for our newest one-hit wonder. Truly, a one-hit wonder. We love to see it. Is it really all that surprising? Well, okay, maybe for you it is, because unlike you, my strength is not stolen. And thanks for that, I guess, though. Honestly, I would prefer my gifts to be a little bit more monetary in nature. Well, I do like getting stuff, so, yeah, I'll just keep thrashing your associates. Real quick, I've had some time to think on it, and we're gonna go ahead and drop Iron Defense in favor of, let's say, Bulldoze. Just so we have a little bit more coverage. You're welcome to try, but much like your associates before you, you will fail miserably. gift of some leaves. Oh, the attack's fat drop. It hurts. She needs that stat so much. Whatever will Petals do? Kill you dead. If you're one of Team Plasma Stars, that star is looking awful dim. Cry me a river, why don't you? And I'll let you know when I start to care. You wanna throw down, lady? I'll throw down. We do it to finance the Nuzlocke. It's not over with after all, so we need the money. Probably take a Scolipede with speed boost, just so I could drop the agility, replace it with something else. It's what I would do. Nope, keep what we got. Oh, you won't forgive me? Well, shucks, now I feel bad. Lady, you are churning out more than enough salt to fuel a French fry factory. Don't quit your day job, Doc. Philosophy is not your thing. Leveling up and considering who we deal with around here. 2 years, you say? Well, whatever you say, generic move number 1234. Or, wait, are you generic move number 12,345? It's hard to keep count when you all look the same. Maybe you start using name tags. Like, one of you could be Dave, another could be Ron, another could be Eustace. Wait a minute. Useless, we need to talk. I think he might be too good to these guys. She is an enduring one-hit wonder. Oh shit, she's almost there. I don't see how that's my problem, dude. Okay, well, whatever you say, generic goon number 123,456, or whatever number you are. Seriously, it's hard to keep track of all of them. This is a Nuzlocke, dude. I'm not playing around. This is business. Very serious business. kosher. That is, in fact, quite insensitive. Fighting a lady like that. That's... wow. Heals taste better when they come from someone else. Nice. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. And here I thought it was just a long string of numbers rather than 4. You have what I want? You have $1 million bucks? Well, come on, hand it over. I want it. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Give it! Jig is up. I could have had a Zangoose. Sadly, RNG said no, and we are left with a harebrained reminder of what could have been. And can only hope that we, you know, actually get one in a later Nuzlocke. Wonton King, alright. You're taunting him and now you're trying to hide. You're stalling. King, show your hands. Because reasons, that's why. It is not $1 million bucks, sadly. What a shame, what a shame. More free heals, Doc. Stop waxing philosophical. It's .com. That or get your own Wi-Fi. No, it's 7707. Well, Ellie is here, for now it is. Onward and upward. I don't know, I still feel like we should give it the old college try before we say definitively that the device is indestructible. Someone get me a crowbar or a piece of pipe. Or allow me to make use of common sense and send out the Pokemon. Only once we've made the attempt should we say that it is, in fact, indestructible. We don't know until we try. Yes, well, because of the plot, I can't exactly, you know, ignore you guys. Because you're here, I can't go to the Pokémon League, and if I can't go to the Pokémon League, I can't exactly finish the Nuzlocke now, can I? Oh, you're gonna fight me. You, fight me, again. When you've lost 2-3 times already? Isn't it past your bedtime, old man? Shouldn't you be looking for some generic mook to read you a bedtime story? Or do I need to read to you The Legend of Sleepy Hollow? Sorry, that might be going a little too far. But he just irritates me. That said, we do need to put the elderly to bed. things up. King, your presence is required and desired. Why don't we reveal to them the secrets? The secret is fresh, never frozen beef! Excellent. Even better. Okay, good to know, I guess. King, show me your hands. Ouch. Thing about Weavile, it may have a lot of speed and a lot of attack power, but it is fragile. Speaking of dreaming, time for you to go to bed, old man. Go on, go away. Go bother someone else. So you say. I've thought about it. Still thinking about it. Heals! Tasty, tasty heals. But seriously, can I get a crowbar? Piece of pipe? Or shoot, something that'll conduct electricity. Like, or at least short out the panels. Like water or ice. Okay, well, I'll call your bluff. Whee! Well, that hairdo isn't familiar. Okay. The things we do in the name of scientific progress. Starting to sound a little dubious. And now he's starting to sound like a proper loon. And how's that been going for you? Well, thanks, I guess. Well, I'm not exactly a scientist, so I can't exactly say whether or not I have the answer to your conundrum. If I can provide an answer for your thesis. Still, we should at least make the attempt, you know? For science, I guess. I still kind of want to hold on to the rear keys. You know what, Petals, why don't you go ahead and maybe lead us off with us? Or maybe we should just play it safe and start off strong. Oh, do I look ready? Well, I must be really great at acting because I'm not, in fact, ready. But why wait? Wish I'd brought MagMight with us. But no point crying about now. He's in the box, we are here, and the fight is now. definitely wish we had brought MagMight. Alright, Jeebus. Can you believe this guy? I remember one of his Pokemon having self-destruct or explosion or something along those lines, which that makes me nervous. I keep saying we need to go get some more liquid sugar, but I keep forgetting to go to a vending machine. Back to ground. nice to know that you're so psyched about this. I mean, it's good to know that the scientist is, in fact, quite enthusiastic about his work. And done. I guess? Clearly he got something out of this. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I mean, that's part of, that also is part of a Nuzlocke, really. Yes, I keep trying to tell myself that I won't get too attached to my Pokemon because of what will happen to them if their HP drops to 0, but inevitably, I end up getting far too attached to my Pokemon. Why I spend so much time mulling over what I do. And it's why I spend so much extra time up late at night than I really should. I do a lot of math before I go to sleep. It's kind of alarming. Okay. Well, glad to help. Where indeed? Yup. I'm telling you, just exercise some common sense. We could solve a lot of problems here. That's right, you run! Before we take off, maybe let's see about some free heals. It just lets us save on healing items, you know? You sound upset. Yes, damn him for caring about science and the future of Unova. I guess. Well, here's the thing, I'm not much for a sermon, and I don't really care much for you, you know, destroying the world. And there it comes. What this is really about. What you want. Hasn't really arrived. You can try and stop me. Key word there, though. Try. All of your associates before you have failed. 100. That's your response. Alright. Reveal to him the secret, King. The secret is fresh, never frozen beef! Show me your hands! Shucks. You seem to be having a lot of trouble, my dude. Do you need some pointers on how to be a Pokemon trainer? Not even trying to hide it. I kinda figured as much. Hey! Eustace! How you feeling? Because reasons. Yeah, we'll just keep you up front. I should be doling out some little tidbits of wisdom for these guys who need help in learning how to be proper Pokemon trainers. The first tip, and probably the most important, don't interrupt me in my Nuzlocke. If you do that, we've got a problem. Now that I think about it, you're kind of doing exactly that right now. Head smash. It's a lot of power, but I'm not big on recoil damage. For every person that is self-harmed, another person is harmed. Do not indulge in self-harm. The secret. It's fresh, never frozen beef. Feel the heat and the meat. Taste it. You guys have got problems. You need help. The whole concept of lose the battle to win the war only works if you actually, you know, win the war. Blind loyalty helps no one. Another that wishes to know the secret. The secret is always fresh, never frozen beef. Taste the meat and the heat. power. And kind of out of Pokemon. Probably. He's a little broke, a little shook up at the moment. Just leave him. I'm sure he'll be fine. And in we go. I'm not forgetting anything, am I? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we're good. Insofar as, you know, plot progression is concerned. Right, this is the inner cave, so we can catch Pokemon here. And it's a Zoroark. Great. Not a nice Pokemon. Not quite what I was shooting for. But, well, it's a Pokemon. One that had a 10% appearance rate. Some would say that this is lucky. I would say no. I was shooting for a Sneasel. Okay, and throw an Ultra Ball. Join the party! Become one of us! You're supposed to stay in the Pokeball. If that's your best with a crit, then I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. There we go. Again, let's just keep it simple. Just call it Meteor. It's not exactly off the mark. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Okay, sorry about that. I was consulting SirBubbles.net just to make sure there's nothing else I needed to, you know, actually pick up. At least nothing plot relevant, how about that? So, anyway. Since we have exhausted all of our capture locations, there's really not much else for us to do except, you know, wrap up the plot. And perhaps then we can finally go to the Pokémon League, or at the very least, make plans to do so next time. Right? Well, there is one more. We can catch a Pokemon in the water. Oh, okay, well, I've already got one. Looks like we're not going to be catching any Pokemon because, one, we already have the Pokemon here, and two, the only water Pokemon we could get that we do not already have requires a fishing rod, and, well, I haven't exactly stopped to pick one up. So, just gonna have to leave it. But hey, at least it's an option for us in the off chance that disaster should strike and we need it. Say so. I bet that dragon can make a mean slushy. Just one. Oh, does it? Yeah, but here's the thing, if I get frozen solid, how am I supposed to conquer the Pokémon League? Beat the champion and finish the Nuzlocke? I honestly feel like we could be stopping this right now. Saved by the power of video game logic and anime bullshit. Well, that's good to know. This is really great and all, but I can't help but feel like this is just a trap, and he was kind of hoping you'd show up. Oh, hi, pot, name's Kettle. Yep. Yep, it's a trap. I feel like we could be stopping this right now. We could and should be stopping this. could and should have stopped this. Damn you, cutscene. We could still stop this. We should still stop this. Why aren't we stopping this? We should have stopped that. Once more, damn you, cutscene. Why didn't you just make that your go-to plan? Probably could have saved yourself some of the hassle. Sorry, I should probably stop, otherwise I'll give him ideas for when this fails miserably. Oh, of course not. I've got to save myself, like always. Probably. He is right, we can't actually catch it, not here anyway, but that's not exactly my end goal here. Just a little extra defense. So, N, how you feeling? You're not gonna tell me that they're all counting on me, because if so, well, you picked one hell of a hero. Just leave IronSpider up front. Hi, so I'm kind of gonna need you to, you know, faint. So I can go to the Pokémon League finally. HP damage. Oh, neat, thanks. Bye. Alright, we're all done. Oh wait, don't we still have to fight Ghetsis though? There we go. Yeah, it's almost as if the plot demanded that you lose. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Hey, I wash, thank you. I am anything but disgusting. we have this tool. At least they had a decency to provide a full heal. Are you? My battle armor, though. The immunity to critical hits is nice. Stalling will only work for so long. Well, that has to take care of. That time. Ain't hoot. Heals. Thank you. Would King be able to survive in acrobatics? Wouldn't exactly be stab induced, so maybe. really do need to make some more time to get some more liquid sugar. Sense of security. To him the secret. The secret is fresh, never frozen beef. Perhaps we should try throwing hands. And just keep trying to flatten him into a pancake. You're gone. I think that Drapion might have Earthquake. It is outspeeding us. That's distressing. What, you didn't expect me to just spam items to win? Expect the unexpected. Yikes. That's distressing. That being said, it's not as if we can just stop here. And done. Fuck off, you. Beat it. Okay, whatever floats your boat, asshole. Your father? Really? You're gonna call him father now? This irredeemable human being, if you can even call him that. He needs help. He needs to go to a home. Or, you know, he needs to go down under. If you say so. Nate. What exactly does this have to do with me getting to the Pokémon League? The Pokémon League. Okay, bye. I guess. Oh, look who finally showed up. Yeah, sure it is. Go to the Pokémon League? I guess. Shouldn't we just break this thing? You know, never hurts to be sure. Now, remember what I said earlier about how if I were to resurrect a Pokemon, it would have to be under stringent conditions? Well, it's not as if I haven't done that before. And seeing as how we cleared all 8 gyms without loss, I feel like we can afford ourselves 1 resurrection. Granted, it can only be the 1. Okay, Bird, you seriously need to go away. King, my dude, for your valiant services, you get 1 resurrection, but it is our only 1. Please don't faint again. Please don't die again. He only gets the 1 for the entire group, because now, if any of them faint, they're gone for good! Go ahead and sell off these. And the revives we have up here. Yeah, because these are useless. Largely. Unless you make some kind of ruling on it. A strict ruling. Revives are useless. But there we go. After all of that nonsense, the plot is finally fucking over. Huzzah, and all that. Still need to make some time to go out and, you know, get some liquid sugar for the team. I think they've earned it. But for now, I'm gonna say that we can and probably should stop here while the stopping is good. We're gonna be putting SirBubbles back. Didn't exactly catch another Ice-type Pokemon, but that's fine. It just means Celio here's just gonna have to swing it. And, you know, not miss. A miss can be fatal. So, with all that done out of the way, with the plot behind us, finally, why don't we go ahead and save and stop before this gets any longer than it already has? I'd complain a bit more about how long it is, but we are finally done with the plot. We can just focus on the Pokémon League and getting there. And so, with that said, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, long as it was, then consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, leave me a comment, and hitting that bell to stay updated with more videos from me. With that, this is Heero Uzuki, signing off. Can we please keep all plot-related shenanigans to a minimum going forward? Please? When I get into a Nuzlocke, I like to focus on just getting from gym to gym into the Pokémon League. I shouldn't have to be responsible for stopping the bad guys from taking over the world. Let that be someone else's problem.